We are gathered here today to sip some tea, honey, so make sure you guys have your teacups ready because this tea is what? Piping hot. Hey, you guys, it's your girl T, and I hope everybody's doing good today. Make sure you guys have your teacups ready.
Get ready. Y'all get ready.
Yes, you get ready.
Because this tea is what? Piping hot. Good evening, everybody. I know you guys have been reaching out to me. A lot of people have been wanting me to talk about the whole P. Diddy situation. And am I excited that he wants to buy the Panthers? And what do I think about this? And so, I wanted to kind of think about how I wanted to do this video and what angle I wanted to come at, because I know no matter what I say, people will be like, oh, you're so mean, you're negative. But I had to be honest about my feelings. And for the most part, you guys know how I feel about Diddy. I'm not a P. Diddy fan. I get tired of his attention whoring. I went in on him about 3 weeks ago about the whole brother love situation. Diddy just irks me. And I think because I'm a child of the 90s and I watched the whole rise of Bad Boy and how he basically shitted on artists and didn't pay them what they were worth. And, how he used Biggie to, basically get into the rap game. It's just a lot of stuff about Diddy that I'm just really not fond of. But with that being said, I also want to be honest about how I feel about this situation. And in order for me to be honest, I have to kind of break down where I'm coming from, break it down when I say that I'm not buying any of this foolishness, okay? So let me go ahead and start by saying this. So unless you've been living under a rock, I'm sure you guys have all heard by now that Diddy took to Twitter to let the whole world know that he wants to buy the Carolina Panthers and he wants everybody to spread the word. And the reason why he came out saying that is because this past Sunday, the Carolina Panthers, they played against the Green Bay Packers and they ended up winning. Shortly after that, the owner, Jerry Richardson, who's currently being investigated by not only the NFL, but the FBI, about a series of sexual misconducts. There's a lot of women, basically alleging that he's done a few things to them. So he's currently under investigation. And so he decided to announce this past Sunday that he plans on selling the Panthers at the end of the 2017-2018 season. So once news of him planning on selling his share of the Panthers went viral, that's when Diddy decided to take the social media and let the whole world know that he wanted to buy those shares.
Okay, y'all, this just in breaking news. The North Carolina Panthers, okay? North Carolina Panthers are up for sale. I believe it's time to turn the franchise over to new ownership. Well, I need to send a message out to everybody in the beautiful state of North Carolina. I will be the best NFL owner that you can imagine. I will immediately address the Colin Kaepernick situation and put him in the running for next year's starting quarterback. It's just competition, baby. It's just competition. But also, I will have the best halftime show, the best selection of music, and we will win Super Bowl after Super Bowl.
He then proceeded to go to social media and write the following. He also stated that there's no majority African-American NFL owners. Let's make history. Then he posted a picture of him in a North Carolina Panthers jersey. And he says this picture was taken back in 2003. This is God's work. It's time. And then he says, attention at NFL owners, it's time for diversity. It's time for Black ownership. The time is now. Let's make it happen. And of course, the 32 NFL owners basically paid his ass no dust and no attention and did not even acknowledge his ass. But then soon after that, Colin Kaepernick and Steph Curry, they also tweeted that they would like to make this happen and that they want in. And so, a lot of Black folks were like just super excited on social media. We're really happy. And they're like, if these three brothers can get together and buy an NFL team or buy shares in this NFL team, it's going to look good, for the Black community and for Black entrepreneurship. And, a lot of people had high hopes in this, okay? Especially the young folks. And I just, when I saw the tweets, the only thing that just came across my mind was like, this dude is such an attention whore. Yes, Diddy is wealthy. Yes, Diddy is rich. Yes, Diddy makes the Forbes list damn near every year. but he does not have NFL owner money. And I think that's where a lot of people are not being mature about this situation, and they're not looking at the situation logically. They're basically going off of emotions. And unfortunately, a lot of us tend to go off of emotions rather than really research what it takes to buy an NFL team. And if it was that easy to own an NFL team or an NBA team for that matter, everybody would be doing so, because we all know one of the most profitable businesses in America is sports. You know what I'm saying? Sports is a $1 billion business in this country. Hell, for instance, look at the NCAA. I mean, look how much they pimp these student athletes. You know what I'm saying? Sports is a $1 billion business. I don't care if you're looking at it from the damn college level to the professional level. Those college athletes are bringing in millions of dollars for these schools to build state-of-the-art stadiums. A lot of the college athlete programs are paying for like the math programs and other programs at the colleges. So sports brings in a lot of money in this country. Let's keep it all the way real. It's so sad how those college players get treated in college sports. They make so much money for these universities. They help with the ticket sales, the jersey sales, shoe sales. They're forced to wear Nikes and Adidas. And then who gets a bulk of that money? The coaches and the colleges. The money off of the backs of these young players, kids who are going to college to play college basketball, to play college football, they don't receive a dime for all of the hard work that they're putting into their team sport, for all of the work and all of the stress that their bodies endure. Let's not even talk about CTE and what these kids are developing with their brains and stuff like that. So people are making so much money off of sports, it's insane, okay? So being that sports is a big money-making business, they're going to be very selective and very picky in who they allow to come and buy an NFL team. That's just facts, you know what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and just break down some facts for you guys, and you guys can do your own research. You don't have to believe anything I'm saying because, again, I'm just a hater and I'm bitter. But with that being said, Diddy is one of the most wealthiest people in hip-hop, okay? I will not take that from him. Right now, his net worth is listed around $820 million, and some of that comes from his Ciroc deal, plus his stake in Revolt Television, plus his huge music portfolio. So he's a very, very wealthy man, okay? His wealth is nothing to sneeze at, and I will never take that from Diddy. So with that being said, Diddy's net worth is literally a small fraction to the average net worth of an NFL owner, okay? So case in point, one of the richest NFL owners is the Seahawks owner, and his name is Paul Allen. He helped co-found Microsoft with Bill Gates, and his net worth is currently around $20 to $23 billion, people. Billion with a B, not an M. He's a billionaire, and that's on the high end, okay? Then on the other end, we also have another owner, Jimmy Halsum, and Jimmy Halsum is the owner of the Browns, okay? He's one of the lower end owners, and his current net worth is $3.6 billion. Again, people, billion with a B, not an M, okay? That is the lowest owner out of the 32 NFL owners, okay? So back in 2012 is when Jimmy Halsum basically decided to invest his money into the Browns. And at that point, he had to come up with $1 billion just to basically get his stake in the Browns. That was back in 2012, okay? So 5 years ago, the Browns, the Panthers, they were worth a lot less money. Now, fast forward to 2017, and basically the Panthers right now, with all their merchandising, ticket sales, all that stuff, they're basically valued at $2.3 billion. That's according to Forbes. You guys can go do your own research. So for Diddy to even have a chance at, being any type of owner, buying any type of stake, he has to come up with at least what the team is worth, which is $2.3 billion. And Diddy's net worth is definitely not worth that. Even if, by happenstance, him, Steph Curry, and Kaepernick were to put all their money together, they would still not have enough to be able to invest in the Carolina Panthers. That's just facts. Y'all can get emotional. Y'all can get mad at me. Y'all can cuss me out. But facts are facts. Facts are facts, and I choose to deal in facts and not emotions, okay? Now, my thing is this. The thing that bothered me about this announcement that Diddy made, I don't take him seriously at all, and I think Diddy knows that he does not have the net worth or the money to invest in the Panthers. To me, Diddy did this for nothing more than attention. To me, Diddy's downfall will always be his ego and his narcissism. My thing is, when you're serious about making moves, especially money moves, something as big as this, you don't, nobody who's serious about making big moves as such as buying an NFL team takes to social media and they announce it to the rest of the world. That's nobody's business. When you're making moves that can change the world, when you're making moves that can potentially change history, because he claims he wants to be the first black man to own a significant share in an NFL team, if he was truly serious about that, he would not have taken that to social media. He would have got on the phone with his lawyers, with his accountants, with his CPAs and whoever else to see what he could do about making that move. And then once the move is made, that's when you make the announcement. The problem is Diddy and many people like him love to overshare their dreams. All of your dreams, goals, and aspirations are not everybody's business, especially on social media. Now, Kaepernick is coming out the woodwork talking about he would like to, go in with Diddy and own a team. Kaepernick, you can't even get on a team to play, okay? The NFL is not fucking with Cap. We all see this, right or wrong. I'm not saying that the NFL is right for that, but they're not fucking with Kaepernick. So if they're not fucking with you to the point where they don't want you to play on their team, what makes you think that they're going to allow you to buy and invest in the NFL franchise? They're not going to do that. So, and I think for Diddy to say that, that's his end goal is to get, is to own the team and then let Kaepernick play, that's something else that's going to turn those other 32 guys away from the situation because they're already pissed off at the whole Kaepernick situation. Kaepernick has cost them to lose a lot of money because a lot of people have been boycotting the NFL and they're not selling as many tickets as they once were selling to the NFL games. So why would they allow Diddy to come on and own a team if he's going to even say to the world that he's going to put Kaepernick on the team? So that right there was a strike against him. So that's how I know he's not serious about trying to really own the Carolina Panthers, okay? So that's my whole issue with Diddy. I just can't take him seriously because, like I said, people who are making real moves, people who have money, people who are really trying to make a change, they're not taking it to social media to tell you anything. Right now, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and so many billionaires right now in the world, Jack Ma, and all these people that we see who are literally running the world, okay? That's the difference between a billionaire and a millionaire, is that billionaires have the funds to actually change the world. Literally, okay? Everything. So the difference between them is that they're not taking to social media and telling us what their next big moves are, because if they're serious about making those moves, they can't let everybody know their goals, their dreams, their aspirations. I mean, imagine if Elon Musk took to Twitter to let everybody know that he's working on a brand new Tesla and he wants everybody to know the design and what he's going to implement. Well, now he's giving ideas to other people who may be his competition, so that's why I don't take Diddy seriously. I feel like he does a lot of stuff for attention and he's not serious. You didn't do it because you were genuinely serious about trying to purchase a team. You may want a team, you may want to be down with the Carolina Panthers, but your funds and your bank account say otherwise. You know what I'm saying? I may want to buy me a big ass mansion in the Hamptons, but the way my bank account is set up, the way my funds are set up, it says, TT, you might have to, hustle and grind for another 20 years before you can afford a damn mansion in the Hamptons. So we have to look at stuff realistically and logically. It's not about being negative. It's not about being mean. It's about actually doing the research and seeing that this man is full of crap and he's looking for attention. He does not have enough money to buy into an NFL team. And on top of that, this is the good old boys club. Let's not forget that, okay? The NFL owners, they're very particular about who they allow to own these NFL teams. I mean, there's been other people who have come at them, other billionaires who have come at them and wanted to buy into certain teams, and they have a right to vote yes or no. There are rules and regulations that these NFL owners go by. And here goes a list of some of those rules that I'm showing you guys on the screen. So a lot of people are just thinking that it's as easy as him being popular or being Diddy, being a rapper. Just because P. Diddy is popular in hip hop circles or because many people in the black community look up to him, that means absolutely nothing to these NFL owners. Like I stated before, this is the good old boys club. And even if he had the money, even if he had $2.10 billion right now to put down, there's also a bunch of other rules that he has to go by. And the most important rule is that all owners must be approved by at least 3/4 of the members in that club. So that means out of the 32 NFL owners, 24 of them have to approve P. Diddy, okay? So a lot of you guys don't know this stuff. A lot of people are just running on emotions and are super happy and saying Diddy's about to own the Carolina Panthers. y'all need to wake up and y'all need to research and see how things really go. And that's why I hate that Diddy did this, because it's like I said, I don't feel like he did this to be serious. I feel like he did this once again to go viral and once again to seek attention, because there's so many rules and regulations regarding who can own an NFL team, so for him to just kind of put it out there, like he could just go and hand them, X amount of dollars and then be a team owner, that was just really misleading. And that's how a lot of kids looked at this. So I'm making this video to kind of break it down to the younger kids who are really thinking that Diddy's about to own the Carolina Panthers. I'm sorry to rain on your parade, children, but that's not how it works, okay? I'm just keeping it 100. Please don't come at my head. Please don't scout me or snatch up my edges. I just like to do my research, and I'm just simply putting the facts out there in the event that you don't know too much about sports or how it works on the back end. But it's going to take a lot more than his popularity in the hip-hop community in order for Diddy, Kaepernick, or Steph Curry to own an NFL team, and that's just keeping it 100. So I do want to end this video with the solution. And I know that Diddy has tweeted about this before, but like I say, I can't take him seriously because a lot of his tweets just come off as being attention whorish. But back in October, he claimed that he had this dream, and he had a dream to own an NFL. So back in October, Diddy claimed that he had a mysterious dream, and his dream was to be an owner of a league. So he didn't want an NFL team. He wanted to have his own black NFL. So that's one way that Diddy could get in, is if he was to, start his own NFL league. As opposed to begging the current NFL owners to let him in, he could start his own league like we used to have back in the day when sports were segregated. So that's another thing, and that's some things that I've seen a lot of people talk about online, like having their own black NFL, having their own black, NBA, where it's owned by black owners and hip-hop artists. But again, it sounds good on paper, it sounds good on a tweet, but until people are willing to put their money where their mouth is, that's all it is a tweet. Because let's say if all the hip hop artists got together, it's going to take a lot of money to start their own athletic team. Because again, if these athletes like LeBron James are making millions of dollars a year for dribbling a basketball or throwing a football, they're making millions. If somebody can afford to pay somebody millions per year, imagine how much they're making. Chris Rock said it best. It's not about whose name is on a check. It's about who's signing the check. So if somebody can sign off on a check that pays somebody millions of dollars to play a sports, imagine how much money they're bringing in their own personal account. So if Diddy wants to start his own league, he's going to have to put together a lot of money, get a lot of investors, and get a lot of folks behind him to do that. So that's one way that he could go about owning a football team, is by starting his own league. So I don't know if he's truly interested in doing that, if he's really divested in doing that, or if he's just interested in tweeting about it and getting a bunch of retweets and shares. So it's going to be really interesting to see how all this plays out, to see if he ends up trying to start his own football league, because at this point, I don't see him owning the Carolina Panthers, and that's just me being 100. So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that like button, and make sure you click that bell so you can be down with the notification squad, honey. So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right, deuces. Hey you guys, it's your girl T. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos. You can also visit Lovelyti.com to purchase any merchandise. Also, don't forget to click the boxes down below to watch any of my previous videos. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.